we're going to change the same data into into a grouping table, okay? And then we're going to learn how to find the mean in the group format, okay? So here the question is saying use a class size of 15, and the first class they are giving is 10 to 25, okay? Now how many of you feel you can do it yourself? Okay, can you direct me? Tulsi, can you direct me what to do here? Tell me. One second. Tell me, Tulsi. Correct. So 10 to 25. Next one will be class size of 15. Very good, Tulsi. 25 to 40. Are we following what is happening here? Continue. 55. Is that enough? Because the largest number is 95. Largest observation that we have is 95. So that's enough. Yeah. What I did is I made these. What are these called? What are these called? Anyone? Yes, Manisha? They are called classes. Also, there's another word. Intervals. Okay. Classes or intervals. Okay. So we call it class intervals. Okay. Class intervals. Okay. If you just say it as class, that's also fine. Okay. If you just say it as intervals, that's also fine. We're going to call it class intervals, is the word which is used in our textbook. We're going to stick to that. Okay. Now, these are the class intervals which we have. So what we're going to do, we're going to change this data into group data of having these groupings. Okay. Having these groupings. So anyone, what can we do next? Deepak? The next thing is frequency. Frequency is the same as number of students, right? So I'm going to write the heading as number of students. Okay. So how many students got a mark between 10 to 25? How many is that, Deepak? 10 to 25. How many will come? Can you count once again? 10 is how many? 20 is, after that is, are you sure 36 will also come in this interval? Okay, this won't come. Don't have to look in the book. See here. 36 falls in this interval, right? Between 20 to 40, 25 to 40. So 36 will not come here, but 10 and 20 will come here. Correct. 25 we don't have anything else. 10 and 20 we have. So here we have two observations. Two people have got marked between 10 to 25. You getting this, everyone? Any doubts here so far? Dinesh, can you tell me the next one? Yeah? 3. Why are you taking 3? And good job. Okay, 40 we are going to count with this one. Okay, we started counting 10 here. So we're going to count. So we're counting the lower limit in that, and the higher one we're counting the next one. Okay with that? Yes, please continue. So here we have 3. Next. This 3 is coming from 36 only, right? Continue. How are you getting that 7? Okay, 40 there are 4 students, 50 there are 4 students. So this whole bracket has 7. All right. Continue. Dikshit. Tell me. It is accurate, Dikshit. It's not accurate. You see, Dikshit, it's a what it means is from 10 to 25, between 10 to 25, whatever observations were there, you count all of them and write. So you're right in a way by saying that exactly it is not like what mark Dikshit has got is not here. Suppose Dikshit got 20, here there is no 20 written, but it is written in the form of between 10 to 25. That's correct, Dikshit. Okay, and we will see how this affects our mean, median also as we go ahead. Okay, you're following what Dikshit's question, guys. So this representation is not accurate. I'm going to say use the word accurate. It's not very precise. Means like exact. Okay, it's not very exact, but it is correct in a way. Okay. All right, continue, please, Dinesh. Huh? 55 to 70. Which ones are you counting? You're counting this, and you're counting this, and are you counting this one? You're not counting this one. Great. Okay. So next one is 6. Okay. Okay. Mansa, where did you lose me?
Sir,
Follow till
2 minutes ago, sir.
2 minutes ago you lost me. You followed? Continue. Asghar, tell me next one. 75 to 80 कितना आएगा? 75 to 80. Which ones are you counting? Are you counting this also? 80 also you're counting. So how much is that? 6, no? Okay. Next one, tell me Asghar. Hmm? 6 again. 88, 92, 95. Okay. That is 6 again. All right. That's 6 again. Okay. So this is my table right now. This is so what I've done is I have changed the distribution to a grouped distribution. Okay. This is a grouped group data. This is right now group data. Okay. Here I had each individual mark was noted in this table. Here in this table, each individual mark is not noted very precisely like Dikshit is saying. Okay. It is noted in the form of groupings in buckets. Okay. Each bucket, how many marks are there? This is one bucket. This is one bucket. Instead of bucket, we are using the word class. Okay with that, Shripriya? All right. Now, this process, how are we feeling about doing it? How are we feeling like 100% we can do it? Mansa, how are you feeling? Azhar, is this clear, this process? Okay. Dikshit? Yes. Correct. We are including 25 in this one. We can write 24, but Dikshit, suppose there was an observation here, which was 24.999. You're getting me? So in those cases, you cannot just write 24, right? So it is an understanding that it is a convention between you and me. We are understanding also in this particular example that we are including 25 in this one. Okay. So as you go in higher classes, there will be a specific notation for this. Okay. They will write it like this. They will write it 10, 25. This bracket means 25 is not included. This bracket means 25 is included. If you go ahead and so it will become more clearer. But right now, for our 10 class purposes, we'll just understand it. Okay, what is this called? What is this called? Anyone remembers the word for this? Very good. So 10 is the lower limit for class 10 to 25, and 25 is the upper limit. Okay. All right. You can write this in a corner in case you don't remember. Otherwise, I think it should be fine. Okay. No. I'm just writing this for our vocabulary here. Okay. You don't have to include this in your answer. Yeah. Just in the corner, I'm saying put it on this. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, guys, we are going to find the mean. So we saw there are how many methods yesterday? 3 methods of finding mean. Okay. We're going to start with the first method. Okay. We'll see how many methods we can do it. Okay. First method, direct method of finding mean. Okay. So far, what we did was not the direct method. Okay. So far, what you did is called it's like normal, just by definition you're doing. Okay. Now, direct method we are getting into. Okay. So, if you have place here, can you write the heading as direct method for finding mean. Okay, actually write it here. Direct method for finding mean. Okay, you can write it above this question also. You can write it above this question actually. Yeah, either place is fine, wherever you have the place. Yeah. Okay. Now for direct method, I need your attention back in 10, 9, 8. Underline the heading direct method for finding mean. For finding mean, okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. So now there is something different that I'll do for direct method. Okay. Now we have to think that now forget about this data. Okay. We are just going to use this data. Think that this is the given data. Okay. Forget about this previous data that you had. Okay. I'll tell you why. We'll come to that. Okay. This data we use in the normal method where you multiply fi xi, this definition. Okay. And then you get this. Okay. Now the formula will remain the same, but your xi will change. Okay. There will be something called class mark now. Okay. What is class mark? Class mark is equal to upper class limit plus lower class limit by 2. Basically, for each class, which means for this class, if I take 10 to 25, it is the average of 10 and 25. You good with that? Average of two numbers is add and divide by 2, right? So it's the average of 10 and 25. Average of upper class limit and lower class limit. Okay with that? So what I have to do is I have to find the class mark for each class. Okay. I have to find the class mark for each class. I'm going to write the step in the right side here. Okay. So you don't have to write anything now. Just method for finding mean. All right. The first step that you're doing is find class mark for each class. Okay with this? Let me do that. Okay. So I'm going to use the same table. Actually, let me if I copy this, will it work? Let's see. Cool. Now I'm using the same. I'm leaving above as because that's a question, so I'm not touching that. I'm doing it again. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, whatever I'm doing, I'm writing in blue. Okay. This is a class mark. Okay. I'm going to find the class mark for each class. Okay. We're going to call this class mark as xi. We'll come to it in a bit. Okay. Now for 10 to 10 and 25, it's anyone can tell me quickly without like computing what the mean, what the average will be. 17.5. How are you thinking, Shripriya? Did 35 by 2 you did. Okay. All right. Anyone else has a quicker way of thinking? I'm thinking total 15. The class size is 15. 15 ka half is 7.5. So I'll add 7.5 to 10. Follow me? How we're okay? Okay, no problem. Stick to it. 10 plus 25 by 2. That's how much? 35 by 2. That's equal to 17.5. Okay, that's what we are doing. Okay, 25 to 40. 32.5. Continue, Tulsi. Okay, Shripriya. Very good. Next one. Dinesh. 62.5. Very good. Next one. Very good. You got the trick. Okay. How are you doing it, Dinesh? Can you tell once? Lower limit. Okay. You're not following that, no problem. You first understand what this means. Okay. This means this. You do it this way. All right. Few questions you will get the hang of what Dinesh we were doing. Okay. All right. So this is class mark. All right. This is class mark. So what are we doing? Actually, by doing this class mark is we don't have each and every value which we had here. We don't have that anymore. Correct. So what we are doing, we are thinking between 10 to 25, what will be the average value which everyone would have got? So we are writing this 17.5. Okay. Now we'll do the same formula. We'll do the same formula, which is x bar is equal to x bar is what bindu? X bar represents what? Mg? Yes, mean. X bar represents mean. So mean is equal to sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Okay, which is sum of, so fi xi I have to find for each one. So what will I do? This is my xi now. Okay, this is my xi. I will find fi into xi. Fi into xi. This is fi, right? Number of students is fi. So I'll do 2 into 30, 2 into 17.5, that's 35. 3 into 32.5 is 90 plus 7.5, 97.5. Which two numbers? Check once, Tulsi. It happened by chance here because it was 2 and that's why it happened. Okay, by chance happened, Tulsi. Yeah. Here it is 3 into this number is 97.5. If you add 20 and 40, it's 65. Correct? Okay, no problem. But I like how you're alert and looking for patterns here. 7 into 47.5. Can someone quickly do that? Can we quickly do this right now? Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me do it. 7 into 47.5, anyone? 47.5 into 7. 7 5s are 35. 7 7s are 49. 49 plus 3 is 2. 5. 7 4s are 28. 28 5 is 33. 332.5. Okay, next one is 62.5 into 6. 62.5 into 6 is 62 into 6 will be 62. 66 are 6 6 are 36. 360 are 2.5 into 6 will be 15. 375. Yes. Correct. Okay. 77.5. 77.5 into 6. 77.5 into 6. 6 5s are 30. 6 7s are 42. 42 3. 45. 465. No. This is here. This is here. This is here. This one you define 92.5 into 6. 96 are. Wait, ma. 90. How did you do it? You multiplied the last one and kept 555. Correct? Yeah? Okay. How I am doing is 96 are 9 6 are 54. So 540. 2.56 are 15. 555. That's how I'm doing it. Are you following this, Tulsi? Okay. So what we got here, this is all FIXI. Okay. This part is now in this particular chapter. Do not take the help of calculators. You will not have a calculator in your exam. Okay. Do this multiplication. Okay. This is a full multiplication addition chapter only. Okay. And then you, yeah. Do it in the rough side corner. Okay. Now then you add this. Okay. Just let me quickly add it. What is given here? 1860. Okay. Now once you're done that, okay, this is what FIXI. All these are FIXI values. When I add all of these, this is sigma FIXI. Okay with that? Yes. Yeah. So this becomes x bar becomes equal to sigma FIXI is 1860. How many students are there totally? 30. Correct. So this is what sigma Fi. As well, are you following this? Okay. By 30. That gives me what? Now, if you see, it becomes interesting. Okay. It gives me 1860 by 30. Gives me 62. This I'm getting a 62. What did you get with the same thing here? 59. You got it as 59.3, correct? Why is this happening, Dikshit? Same data, yes, it is the same data, but here when we try to group it, we lost the each individual value we lost. We made it in groups and we took, so instead of taking 10 and 20 and 36, we took 17.5, 32, we took only the class marks as observation. Are you getting this? That's why there will be little change in the value. Okay. But when we have huge calculations, that little difference does not matter. So instead of storing each of these, it becomes too big for to store each of these. So we just group them and store them. Are you getting this? Yeah. So this is the mean. Okay, this is the mean that we get by the direct method. So first, find the class mark for each class. Second step is find this for class mark will be xi. Okay. Second step is find fi xi for each class. Okay, and third step is find sigma fi xi, and fourth step is find x bar using x bar is equal to sigma fi xi by sigma fi. Okay, anyone confused about the process? Steps are clear? Okay, so what we are going to do right now is take things down this particular question, and then we will also learn the next method if we have time. Okay, get started. Sorry, make this correction. This is sigma fi. Okay, this is sigma fi. Mohansa, make that correction. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I want you to put the side heading as assumed mean method. We're going to use the same question. Okay, we're going to use the same question, and since half the calculations are done, it will not take a long time. Assumed mean method. Okay, now this is again for finding mean only. Okay, assumed mean method is for finding mean only. Okay, all of these, yes, we're going to do all the three methods of mean only first. Okay, of group data. Okay, now in this method, so we'll be writing steps also just like before, so I'll keep steps here. Okay, first thing that you do is you have to assume any class mark, as a mean. Okay, as a mean, as assumed mean. Okay, means we will, so I'll do that along with this so that you follow. Okay, so first obviously you have to find class mark, so actually you should write that step also. Let me do that. Okay, I'll copy this here. Yes, please be quick. Okay, first step, of course this is not the first step. The first step is find class mark of all classes. Okay, so this is already done, so I'm not doing that here. So first step is find class mark of all classes. Okay, class mark is xi. No, find class mark bracket xi of all classes. Okay, now the next step that you do, okay, the next step that you do is you are going to assume any one of the class mark. Okay, assume any one of xi as assumed mean. We'll call this as a. Okay, bracket mein a. So ideally you should take the central one. Okay, now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. You can take the third or fourth one. Even if you take the first one or last one, you will get the answer. Okay, any one you choose. So I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose 47.5. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. So my answer I'll write in blue. Let a be equal to 47.5. Okay, now after this what I'm going to do is I am going to subtract each class mark. I'm going to subtract this assumed mean from each class mark. So I'm going to find xi minus a for each class. Okay with that? A is 47.5. I'm going to do xi minus 47.5 This is 47.5, xi minus 47.5 for each class. Okay with this so far? Following me? Okay, so the second step, let me write down the second step. Third step. Find xi minus a for each class. Okay, so we're going to do 17.5 minus 47.5 is minus 30. Yes, Bindu? I am just choosing anyone. Assume any one of them. You pick your choice. Okay. No such rule there. Try to choose something which is in between so that things will get cancelled off. All right. It is okay if you choose 17.5 also. It is okay if you choose 92.5 also. But any one of these 6 you should choose. Okay. It is, you know, like we're just picking one. Later on, it will get automatically, it will get corrected. We are picking it for some reason. Okay. You will see that later to make the calculation a little less. Okay. That's our goal here. So minus 30. Okay. Quickly doing this, 32.5 minus 47.5 is minus 15. 47.5 minus 47.5 is 0. Okay with this? 62.5 minus 47.5 is 15. This minus 47.5 is 30. This minus 47.5 is 45. Okay. Do the subtraction if you are confused here. It will be like this only. It will be like, it will be in terms of the class size only, because this is also, these are also 15 gap, no, like in AP it is now. So it will be something which you will start seeing the pattern as soon as you do it. Okay, you're finding xi minus a for each class. This we are going to call as di. Okay, this we are going to call as di, just so that it's easy for us. This we're going to call as di. Yes, no, it's this is called the find di equal to xi minus a. So this is called the deviation. Okay, deviation from the assumed mean. From the assumed mean, how far each of this is. Deviation. You understand the word deviation? Okay, so I'm going in this path and I'm walking away and going. I'm deviating from my path. So how far from that assumed mean is our xi? Okay, that we are finding. So find deviation. We can put this in bracket here. This is called the deviation. Okay, so we have the deviation for each class. All right. Next, what we are going to find is similar thing we're going to do. We're going to find fi di now. Okay, fi di. Deviation into frequency. Okay, stay with me here. Deviation into frequency. I'll share the screenshot. You can copy at home also. Okay, I'm going to find deviation into frequency. I'm not going to do class mark into frequency. Okay, why am I doing this? You'll understand as you do. So this will become 30 into minus 30 into 2 minus 60, minus 50 into 3 minus 45, 0 into whatever is 0, 15 into 6, this is here, na? 15 into 6, 90, 180, 270. Okay, now my formula here will change from the previous formula. I'll explain later how it is coming. Now I'm just giving the formula. Okay, you think can come how it is coming also. So I found fi di. Fourth one, I will find sigma of fi into di. This sigma I'll find. Can you quickly do the sigma for me here? Now there is some minus, some plus. Okay, so you have to be careful about it. So add all the positive ones. This will be 270 plus 180 is 270 plus 90 is 360. 360 plus 180 is 540. 540 minus 60 minus 45. 540 minus 60 is 480. 480. Correct. I'm doing one by one. 480 minus 45 is 435. This is correct. Yeah, 435. Okay. We good with this? So I found the sigma. I have to see, the reason is some numbers are getting minus, so you will see in some other questions it will just go cancel off also. Some will be plus, some will be minus, so it will become easier. Okay, now I have found sigma fi di. This is sigma fi di, correct? FIDI is this one. Okay, now I have assumed mean, I have FIDI. Now my formula is, okay, my formula is, let me write this directly for you. Find xi, x bar, that's mean, using the formula x bar equal to a plus, so I'm going to add the assumed mean as it is, a plus, I will find mean of this thing, I will find mean of all the FIDI, so a plus sigma FIDI by sigma FI. Okay, previously it was, this full thing was not, this a plus was not there, it was just sigma FI xi by FI, sigma FI. Now I'm doing a plus this thing. Okay, this is my formula using assumed mean. Okay, so I'm going to do the same exact thing now. X bar is equal to, you'll see I get the same answer, plus sigma FIDI by sigma FI. Okay, don't write sigma like how I'm writing, please write it properly. So A is 47.5 plus sigma FIDI is 435, sigma FI is how much, 30? Okay, by 30, that's equal to 47.5 plus 43.5 by 3, 43.5 by 3 होगा ना, that's equal to 43 कितना बच जाएगा, 1, 13 goes 4 times, 1 carried over, 15, 15 goes 5 times, 14.5. Okay, so plus 14.5, that is equal to, yeah, 0.5 becomes 1, 61 plus 1 is 62. Okay, x bar is equal to 62. I get the same answer that I got in the direct mean method. Okay with this? Yeah, process is clear. I'll share the screenshot, you can copy it at home. Okay, yeah, just quickly recapping the process here. The difference was I found something called deviation here. Okay, my extra step was I found something called deviation. For finding deviation, I did an assumption. I assumed let 47.5 be the mean. Okay, that's my assumed mean. So I assumed this. I found deviation of each class mark from that assumed mean. Then I found this is the mean of deviations. Okay, this is basically the mean of deviations. FIDI, mean of all this I'm getting by doing sigma FIDI by sigma FI. Okay, everyone okay with this so far? Okay, not understanding process is clear? Yes. Okay, can we do this and come? Okay, yes. Now I will share this screenshot and I will tell you which questions from the exercise you should do and come. Okay, thank you guys, we'll wrap it up. Bye. Yes, we will take it up on